Your home for Red Raider sports. Sports Radio 1340 KKAM Lubbock.
Here on Sports Radio 1340, encourage you to go on out there. Mark Finkner, so nice to meet you, and welcome to Lubbock, buddy. I know that this has been a process for you that definitely has been one that kind of step us through what the last 2 or 3 days have been like for you.
It's incredibly hectic. Just kind of fast-paced, and obviously, these deals are similar from the standpoint that things happen really quickly, and and just kind of a combination of the excitement to be at Texas Tech and the emotion of leaving the University of Oklahoma. And, in the fact that for you this is your first head coaching job at a major college, I know that this had to be a great opportunity when Tech approached you. Yeah, there's no question about that. And, anytime somebody appreciates what you've done enough to consider you for their job, it's really exciting. And I was excited about that, and like I say, the opportunity to be here is great. But anytime you got a chance to work together with young men and try to achieve something, I mean, that's a great thing. When you start talking a little bit about any idea about any members of the staff that you even have in the back of your mind at this point, or has it just been so fast-paced you really hadn't had time to even think about that yet? We're working on that right now. There's and obviously we're thinking of some individuals, but no one I care to mention, because I don't, I can't identify somebody we don't have on board here or anything like that. But that's my first recruiting job there, is to recruit the best staff in the country, and so that's what I'm going to start doing sometime today. And in being a head coach for the first time, Chance, you talked about Bob Stoops giving you so much freedom at Oklahoma to implement the things that you wanted to do. Has there ever been a time, whether it was under Hal Mumme or Bob Stoops, where you're like, I want to do this, but maybe something different has happened, and now being able to have that complete control, how big of, how much does that factor in now that you are the head man and you can implement everything just like you would want it? Well, I think that's all exciting. They were all great people to work with, and certainly did some great things together. But even as head coach, everybody's got good ideas, and there's a certain level of compromise and working through, hey, what's best for the team and what's the best system and things like that, and what matches this system or that system. But yeah, it's exciting to be in charge of the whole thing, no question. And but Bob and Hal were both great to work for, and both mentors really as far as that goes. Even though Bob's my age, Bob might, well, who cares what Bob thinks? Bob, you're a mentor anyway. Any thoughts about you being the head coach / offensive coordinator, or would you bring someone else into that role, or is it still too early to say? I'm certainly going to have a hand in the offense and be involved in it on a day-by-day basis. But, we're going to get great offensive coaches here that know the system and do a good job. And defensively, some thoughts about anything that you would like to implement at this point? We want to have a great defense that puts pressure on the opposing offense and forces them to try to execute their offense under as much duress as possible. And we're going to find a guy that can do it, and a staff that's great at recruiting those type of players to do it, and coaching them how to execute doing it. Mike, welcome to Lubbock, and we look forward to visiting with you many, many times in the future. All right, thanks so much. Thank you very much. Mike Leach, the new head football coach at Texas Tech, as he is gracious enough to spend a few minutes with us here today, here on Sports Radio 1340. As that will wrap up our coverage today here from the Masked Rider Lobby. Our thanks to Jim G and everyone back in-house. I was able to make things happen for Jack and Steve Dale and Scott Fitzgerald, who are all here on site helping us make it happen today as well. Mike Leach, the new head football coach at Texas Tech. As that will wrap up our extended coverage here on the Cafe and on Sports Radio 1340 KKAM. The Peter Brown Show coming your way next on Sports Radio 1340.
Your home for Red Raider sports. Sports Radio 1340 KKAM Lubbock.